So, May 25th, 2017, 356 days ago was the first time I personally stepped into this shelter here in Yuba County. At that time, every cage was filled. Most of them had 2 cats or a litter of kittens in them. Traps and transfer cages sat on the floor, with cats waiting for space in cages. They were waiting to be moved to a cage, to wait out their mandatory stray hold, then leave through the back door in a plastic bag, to make space for the wave of cats and kittens that were coming in the next day. In 2017, just last year, 74% of the cats and kittens that came in through the front door of this shelter left through the back door. 1,131 cats and kittens were euthanized here in 2017. In 2016, 79% were killed. 1,371 cats and kittens never had a chance to live. In 2015, just 3 years ago, 86%, almost 9 of every 10 cats and kittens that came in through this door went out the back door. 1,431 were euthanized. That's 3,963 lives in 3 years. Adorable purring kittens, pampered house pets whose owners may have died and no one wanted the cat, so they ended up here. Ferals whose only crime was being on the streets, left intact to wander the streets looking for a mate, to continue the cycle of homeless kittens being born to be brought to the shelter to be euthanized. I left that day. My head was spinning with the magnitude of the work that needed to be done here. My arms were anxious to embrace the animals that were here and to help them. Today, just 365 days, or 356 days after that first visit, I'm here to tell you a very, very different story. For the first 4 months of 2018, January to April, 88% of the cats in this shelter went out the front door.
Yay! I'm sorry, I missed that. Can you tell
I absolutely would love to state that again.
Yeah, that's the whole thing of the story. I'm sorry, I missed it. Okay. I'm sorry, I missed it.
Hang on 1 second. I'm trying to get you on live feed here at FieldHaven.
Okay. Okay, are we on live?
Yeah, not yet.
Okay.
Hold on just a second.
Okay.
I've got you on live.
Okay. And I think Audra's got me on live too. Oh.
No, because your phone won't help.
Oh, okay. Okay, so are we back on live?
Oh, yeah. Yes.
Okay, okay. So for the first 4 months of 2018, January to April, 88% of the cats coming in through the front door of this shelter came back out the front door. That's 257 cats and kittens who have a chance at a life now. And that includes the feral cats. A round of applause, please.
Love you, girls.
They're also known as community cats. Let me tell you how we're accomplishing this amazing feat and this incredible turnaround, and hopefully inspire you to be part of the ongoing solution, because our work here is just beginning. In 2017, we did some transfer programs of adoptable cats, but the sheer volume of kittens and ferals made it a challenge to have a significant impact immediately, especially without much needed resources of funds and without a local high-volume spay-neuter clinic. In December, we decided we couldn't wait any longer. 2018 needed to be a new day and a new year for the cats in Yuba County. So, along with the staff, we started a grassroots effort to make a change. I say grassroots because nothing was really different from when I first visited in May. We still had no local access to high volume, low cost spay neuter. We still had little to no funds. We still had an archaic culture of trap and kill as a way to control community and feral cats, a method that we know no longer works. But we couldn't wait any longer. Cats were dying while we waited for a magic solution to come along. So we rolled up our sleeves and went to work. Each day, a challenge to find a new solution. We started by clearing the shelter on December 22nd, a Christmas present to the cats and to the staff here at the shelter. The staff could spend their first Christmas in a long time without the knowledge that having spent Christmas Eve killing cats weighing on their mind. At the beginning, we started coming up with ways to address the main categories of cats. Highly adoptable cats. Thanks to our fantastic partners, we are transferring cats into adoption programs at other shelters, San Francisco SPCA, Silicon Valley Humane Society, as well as other shelters in our region, including our own shelter at FieldHaven. We have transferred dozens of cats into highly successful adoption programs and continue to do so. We're even working on connecting with the ASPCA as they transport cats from Los Angeles to Oregon and Washington. We can meet at locations along the I-5 corridor to transfer cats to their transport vehicles. The medically challenged cats are transferred to FieldHaven, where we provide them with medical care to give them a 10th life, to bring them back to health so they can be adoptable, or to provide hospice and comfort care for the last days of their life. Recently, a young, battle-scarred, and fractured orange tabby wandered into Jeanette's bathroom at 4 a.m. in the morning. We started the O'Malley Fund in partnership with Marysville Veterinary Hospital so he could receive life-saving surgery, and he's now recovering in a foster home. The O'Malley Fund continues to help other shelter cats that need immediate life-saving treatment or surgery beyond what the shelter budget can bear. Kittens are going into FieldHaven's foster program. We have a pool of volunteers who are on standby to come pick up those very fragile neonates, those kittens who are sometimes only hours old. Heidi, Rayanne, and Audra are 3 lead FieldHaven volunteers that live near the shelter. They are triaging the kittens as they come in the door and saving their lives. They deserve a round of applause. And the feral community cats, they're the biggest challenge. Until we can get the community of Yuba to fully embrace and adopt a culture of TNR, trap, neuter, return, and RTF, which is return to field, we are doing what we can, day by day, cat by cat. Thanks to a generous donation by a FieldHaven volunteer named Joan and the generosity of Country Corner Veterinary Hospital, we are spaying and neutering every feral community cat that comes into the shelter. Upon arrival, we immediately get to work finding an eventual outcome for that cat. Jen, who is our TNR program manager at FieldHaven, and volunteer Julie, they call each person who surrenders a cat and educating them on TNR and asking them if we can send that cat back to them after it's been spayed or neutered. We're having success not only in having a nominal success of cats being able to go back where they came from, but we're also educating people. We're introducing them to what TNR and RTF is. It's labor intensive, but it's what we have to do to work until Yuba County adopts a TNR or return to field approach. Those that cannot go back are adopted out as rodent rangers or barn cats in either FieldHaven's or the shelter's programs. Our initial funding has run out for that program, so this program is in peril. We do not, and I repeat, do not want to go back to killing feral and community cats, nor should we have to. Working with the staff here at the shelter has been so inspiring and rewarding. I have personally watched Deneen and her team evolve from being defeated, discouraged, disheartened, to enthusiastic, optimistic, and grateful. They really deserve a round of applause. How would you like to come to work every day knowing you're going to have to pick 4 cats or kittens to kill?
No way.
2 adorable, playful kittens. The lap kitty that could have been your grandmother's faithful companion until she passed away and no one in the family wanted her. And 1 frightened, shy, pregnant community cat. By the way, she only counts as 1 euthanasia, even though she was near term with 5 kittens. That was happening each day and every day in this shelter. But it's a new day here at Yuba County Animal Services. We have set the bar very high with an 88% live release rate for January through April. Nearly 9 of every 10 cats coming in through the front door are leaving through the front door. The first 4 months of the year are always the easiest, with a break in kitten season and the winter weather keeping many community cats undercover, so there is lower intake. May through September is our highest volume for intakes, so our work really is just beginning. We have no time to sit back and relax. It gives me pleasure to announce a few steps forward to help us in our quest to not only maintain but improve upon that 88% live release rate. Today, when only cats are euthanized for humane reasons. FieldHaven is opening a low-cost, high-volume spay-neuter clinic within the next few weeks. Doctors Kennedy and Peterson will be heading up that program. It's not local to the shelter here, but it's a huge step from what we currently have. FieldHaven has entered into a partnership with the City of Marysville to start a TNR program. Community cats will be trapped and transported to the spay-neuter clinic, then returned to their home, the location they came from. Marysville will become the first Yuba County city to be community cat friendly.
Yeah.
We are making improvements at the shelter. Portals from the Million Cat Challenge, as demonstrated here, will be installed in the cages, doubling the size, thereby for doubling the sizes of all the cages here. We've found that reducing stress, that having larger space to live reduces stress, which in turn reduces shelter illness and allows us to more adequately assess their behavior. Think of yourself stuck in the middle seat of a 9-hour packed 9-hour flight. And you have no idea why you're there or where you're going. And sitting in the seat next to you is a porta potty. And then somebody comes up to you and says, "How are you doing?" What do you think? That's how the cats feel that are here in the shelter in these tiny cages. With these portals, they will have much more space. We'll be thereby doubling their space, and they'll have actually a private room for their bathroom. Now here is where you all come in. Are you all ready? You all ready to get on board? Your help is really needed to maintain this success. We know we can do it. Now let's maintain it. We need donations. We need fosters, and we need volunteers. We need transporters who can transport cats to the spay-neuter clinic and to the veterinarians. We need low-cost spay and neuter in this area. And did I mention that we need funds? When Yuba County came across our radar as a place that really needed help, I kept hearing how things couldn't be changed. No one cares about animals here. People have no money to do anything. Animal control doesn't care. We can't get people to do TNR here. These are the kinds of statements that make all of us at FieldHaven just work harder. We're pretty tenacious people. And we wanted to prove those statements wrong. And we have proven those people to be wrong. But believe me, we aren't done. But we've just shown that it can be done. We need to keep the forward momentum. Please join us. Be a catalyst for community change. Thank you. So I wonder if anybody has any questions. Anybody has a large check they want to drop off? I can always ask, right?
That's right.
Are there any questions or comments? Anybody want to say anything?
We'll take questions on the live feed that we can answer.
Do we have any questions on there?
Not yet.
Not yet.
Not yet? We've answered everyone's questions.
Good job.
We can do it.
We
We can do it.
We can.
We can do it.
Yes, we can. Well, thanks, everyone. Stay tuned. Please let us know that you're here to help.